I think relationships. There are a lot of good schools all over the country for engineering. So if I have to pick one word that's different about us, that's really our focus, right? We think that the students are going to be most successful if we're pouring our energy into those relationships.
I actually was fortunate to attend here as a student. Through my time here, I got a great chance to connect with faculty who pointed me towards higher education and giving students the right sorts of practical experiences to be ready for their careers, really connecting students with those careers, making sure they have remarkable opportunities. Those are the things that are important to me as an educator, and then important to me as I get to help lead the college.
I get a lot of people who say, oh, I didn't know you were an engineer. Maybe it's because I can be goofy or fun-loving, right? I think there's stereotypes in society for everything, and engineers have one that we're very focused on the technical and have poor social skills or managerial skills. Stereotypes aren't good for any group of people. And that is something that we'll talk about too within this entrepreneurial mindset. Like, what makes an engineer? What is an engineer? Who can be an engineer? By drawing boundaries, we exclude too many people. But if we look at the commonalities of what we have, then you can see that engineers can be very people-oriented. Engineers can be very motivated for the business aspects of things. Engineers can be problem solvers, certainly, but in unique ways that meets the needs of society.
So entrepreneurial mindset is a way of thinking that enables you to see and really consider, in the context of doing your engineering, the surrounding context that problem exists within. It's thinking about not just what am I doing, but why am I doing it, and who am I doing it for, and who's going to be affected by whatever solution I can engineer. So it's adding the why that surrounds the what of the engineering. And that's what the entrepreneurial mindset's all about.
I think probably the biggest takeaway is the way the entrepreneurial mindset can really motivate students that may not be motivated by traditional engineering. I've had students that may not have persisted in the program had we not had that element that valued their creative thinking and innovative thinking, and gave them the platform to showcase those skills, beyond the traditional math and science skills applied in engineering.
It's a place like ONU is the kind of place where, just like us with our students, we're focusing not just on teaching you the content, but helping you as a person, right? That is just another manifestation of that same entrepreneurial mindset. And so it becomes very natural for me to incorporate that with all of my teaching and try to instill that in my students, to think about, why am I doing this thing, and why does this matter?
I think that AI, because it is of the way that it's designed and trained, it struggles with really being creative, right? It's always trying to reinvent things that already exist. Our students are coming up with things that haven't been created yet. I also think that the skills that students learn here about critical thinking, being able to discern what problems are worth solving, those types of things are going to be benefited by working alongside a technology, but cannot be replicated by technology in the same way.
I was excited when I found out about the Don Wood Foundation, because a long time ago I had the opportunity to meet Don Wood. I used to work in the automation field, and so we used a lot of 80/20 products in our work, and our students use some of their products here. But when I looked at the values of the foundation and our values, they just lined up so well, right? In terms of workforce ready, dealing with workforce gaps, entrepreneurial mindset, thinking about character, really the things that the foundation cared about, we cared about. And I think that's the secret of any partnership, going back to the entrepreneurial mindset, right? If we're not both meeting a need and not both getting value out of it, then it's going to be short-lived. It's going to be a transaction. It's not going to be a partnership. So the more I found out about the foundation, the more I saw that alignment and was very excited to start working together. So I get to talk to alumni a lot. And one of my favorite things is hearing them say over and over, like, when I showed up at Northern, I could not have dreamed that I'd have this success, right? So meeting their dreams isn't a big enough goal for us, right? We want them to be able to do things they couldn't even dream of when they started here on day one.